Tired of the silence, the sugar-coated lies. Another headline screaming behind vacant eyes. They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's building, it's starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it.
Grand Rising. Welcome to a new week, everybody. Let's get it started right. Let's start off with the disclaimer.
Female voice.
Welcome to hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. All things said in today's show are alleged and for entertainment and educational purposes only. If you are below the age of 18, we request that you leave the live now. Enjoy.
And we will. That's what we plan on doing. Enjoying. Grand Rising, Rochelle. How you doing? Welcome in, bestie. How are you doing today? Ready to get to these topics here? Thank you all for joining me. Those of you that's joining for the first time, welcome to hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. Those of you that's coming back, thank you for coming back. Miss Diva, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Let's give it up to Miss Diva. Miss Diva just got the #2 gifter badge. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. Okay, look, first segment is provided by Culture Spill. Now, before we get into it, let's bring some people up to speed. Some people already know or know about these people. Some people don't, all right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to just give a brief summary of it, and then we'll play the audio, okay? Michelle said, it's a beautiful day. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Bessie. It's a beautiful day. That is so true. Okay, back in the 2000s, we had a singer by the name of Blue Cantrell. Blue Cantrell she was pretty good. She was a good artist. She was really a good artist. She was also tied to, allegedly, remember, all things are alleged, we're saying allegedly, she was tied or rumored to be having a relationship with Camel Face. Now, if you go back to the 90s, like the end of the 90s, thinking like 98, 99, somewhere in there, I think like 98, if I'm on point with it. But I think it's like 98. But in any event, there was an R&B singer by the name of Maya who was fantastic. And in fact, as good as she was, many would say that her career came to an end abruptly, suddenly, quickly, all of those things. She's done some interviews in the past where she has stated that the reason why her career ended the way it did is because she chose not to sell her soul to gain fortune in the industry. One of the people that she wanted to work with and was scheduled or slated to do a song with her was Camel Face. Now, I don't know if this is true, and I'm just giving you what she stated. Camel Face wanted to have some relations with her in order to get this song done and to work with her and stuff like that. And she said no. Shout out to Maya's parents, too, because from what was stated, her parents didn't let her go anywhere by herself or do anything by herself like that. Like when it came to recording and having other guys and other men in the studio with her. Like, no, they were there, right? Rochelle said Bouncy wasn't having it. That part right there, that part right there. So, Culture Spill is covering this segment, and she says Blue Cantrell and Maya speaks on Beehive unaliving their careers. And then it goes on to say Nicki Minaj is next. Adrian, welcome in, Bessie, and thank you for the heart me. Thank you. So without further ado, we're gonna go right into it and hear what she has to say on that, because I think we're gonna have like 4 segments today. So let's jump right in.
Oh, it looks like we may have other people joining Nicki Minaj with the claim that Beyonce and her dear husband, Jay-Z, have been sabotaging careers for decades. And I'm talking about Blue Cantrell and Maya. Child, I hope you are seated, because it looks like the fear...
Let's give it up to Adrian. Adrian just got the number 3 gift badge. Thank you. Let's give it up for her. Thank you. Appreciate that, Adrian.
of the Carters is gone, and it's beginning to get hella messy.
Because in the past, of course, you've been accused of similar things.
Well, that's what you sign up for when you enter the entertainment business.
Absolutely. But it must be hard dealing with...
Now, it's hard to hear because they're in the airport. And for those of us that's been in the airport, we know how busy it is, especially ours here in Atlanta. But in any event, so the guy that's asking the questions is speaking to Maya, okay?
All the Beehive coming at you.
I don't have anybody coming at me. But I know what I'm not guilty of.
Okay, let's start with Blue. See, when she started out, Blue Cantrell was a successful singer with an amazing voice, with labels literally fighting to sign her. But in 2004, after several hits, Arista Records somehow forgot to renew her contract. Like, how do you forget to renew the contract of one of your most talented singers? So around this time, when they conveniently forgot to renew the contract, Blue realized that while at the label, she had not made anywhere near as much money as she should have.
Miss
And in an
Diva.
interview on You
Thank
Know
you,
I Got
thank you.
Soul, Blue revealed that she wishes she had someone who could guide her through the process. Then, one of the last times we heard about Blue was in 2012, when there were reports that Blue Cantrell was taken to a hospital for psychological evaluation in Santa Monica after police responded to the scene after she was seen screaming in the street by a passerby. Apparently, she was screaming about someone giving her poisonous gas, and the episode went on long enough that someone called the police. Now, allegedly, the disappearance had a lot to do with the fact that she had some sort of beef with Beyonce because Jay-Z allegedly wanted her. There were actually rumors that Jay-Z and Blue had a romantic relationship, but when she was asked a few times about the relationship, Blue said that there was nothing going on between her and Jay, although she did admit to Wendy Williams that she had a big crush on him.
All right, this feels almost illegal.
That's our commercials. Y'all know we're going to have them pop in.
Lockdown.
I think so. I think they're in love. I think they're in love.
Is politics speaking?
No, I really do think they're in love. I have a big crush on him, though. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, little brother. Yeah, Blue Cantrell was really good. She was really good.
No, I'm really selective about it.
What?
Really. I really like him, though. And I don't care who he's dating. I always had a crush on him, though.
If he came in right now and we were all not here. What? I'm just saying, you're in New York.
Yeah, okay. And what
And you ran into him and everything was right.
This is an interview that Blue Cantrell is doing with Dub Dub. Dub Dub. And for those who don't know who Dub Dub is, she had a TV show. She was telling us about all of these things that's coming out now back in the 90s. And then Puffy Jacket had her fired from the radio station in New York. And she had to go to Philly. Let's give it up to my little brother, Matthew Collins. He just got the number 2 gifter badge. Thank you. Thank you, little brother. He said, I was wondering what happened to her. Yeah, the power couple.
Right. Would you make that play?
I wouldn't turn it down. Let's just put it that way. But I'm,
Hey, good morning,
you can't just go
Sharita. Welcome
around
in, bestie. Oh, you in
sleeping with
Bama?
guys
Okay,
like that.
The other
okay.
thing
Visiting
was
family?
that Blue and Beyonce's solo careers were on the rise at the same time. So naturally, there was a bit of competition between the two. And people have always said that
Rochelle
the way
said
it
Grand
works with the
Rising, little
Carters,
brother.
anyone who was competition to Beyonce when she started her solo career had to be sabotaged for Beyonce to enjoy most of the limelight. Unfortunately, when it comes to Blue Cantrell, she really didn't stand a chance with the Carters, even though she actually saw how they tried to sabotage her. There was even a time when Blue noted how the music video for Beyonce and Jay-Z's song Bonnie and
Oh,
Clyde looked a
no.
lot
Okay.
like the promo for her song Roundup.
Okay, listen, Sharita, we're gonna pray for you. Okay, we'll definitely keep you and your family in our prayers that everything works out in you guys' favor with your mother. Hate to hear that she's in the hospital. I hate that. It's Just Grams. Welcome in. Thank you for the heart meet. Let's give it up to It's Just Grams. It's Just Grams. It's got the number 3 gift badge. Thank you all for the heart meets. I appreciate it so very much. And It's Just Grams, thank you for sharing out the live. I appreciate it. Share if you care, tap and clap, gift and uplift.
Which came out first. There was also how Blue did a song with Sean Paul that was a massive hit. Then shortly after, Beyonce did Baby Boy with him. But generally, her career was pretty much ruined. Honey, with Nicki airing out the Carters, things are reportedly about to change, and Blue Cantrell is allegedly already gearing up to tell her truth, and sources are reporting that it's gonna be wild.
Blue Cantrell, her eyes are, wow. I mean, it's mesmerizing. Her eyes are mesmerizing. They're so beautiful. I want to put this in here real quick, and then we're going to get back to it. Sharita, bestie, thank you for sharing out the live. Thank you so much. I saw where, I'm going to say it's rumored because I don't know for a fact, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to say the rumor has it. How about that? That Camel Face has gotten Nicki Minaj locked out of her Instagram account. Why is that important? Okay, well, for those that have been keeping up, you remember Nicki Minaj has been going off on him on Instagram, right? And so he says, the rumor is he got her blocked out of her Instagram account and said that she was doing too much. So let that be what it is, right? It's Just Graham says, can't stay long. Just popping in to give my support. Thank you, bestie. I appreciate it. I humbly appreciate you. I hope you have a great day and a safe day. Thank you for swinging by and saying, hey, Tiffany's in the building. Hey, friend. She's in the building. She's in the building. Let's give it up for Tiffany. Let's give it up to It's Just Grams, and she's got the number 1 and the number 2 badge, gifter badge. Thank you, It's Just Grams, and thank you for the You're Awesome. You're awesome. Thank you. Adrian says, these folks have too much pull with social media. That is a true and powerful statement. They do. They do. It is used to control the narrative that they want put out to the mass media, right? To the masses. And we're going to also we're going to talk about that a little more.
Another person who was allegedly sabotaged is Maya. Okay, Maya was also one of the most successful artists back in the day, and she released her debut album Maya in 1998 with Interscope Records, followed by her studio albums Fear of Flying and Mood Ring. In the US alone, Maya had over 3.2 million album sales across her career, winning several awards, including a Grammy nomination, and her songs smashed the top charts. But just like with Blue, back in the day, there were rumors that Maya and Jay-Z had a relationship after collaborating on the remix of her hit song, Best of Me. In fact, in 2014, there were rumors that Jay had continued to date her and financially support her while being married to Beyonce. And this led to her being blackballed in the industry. Well, I can't confirm whether anything ever happened between Maya and Jay-Z. But what I do know is that regardless, the interactions with Jay-Z still hurt her image. Before we knew it, there were all sorts of nasty things spreading about Maya, saying that she's from the street streets, and 50 Cent even at one point claimed that he, did something with her. Unfortunately for Maya, she had to deal with more than just all these rumors that were hurting her reputation, because her label also screwed her over big time, just like what happened to Blue. And there have been reports that the Carters played a part because of the influence they have on record labels.
Now, I don't know all of that. I'm not in their bedroom. All I can tell you is this here. I can only say on behalf of Maya, the only person I know that she had a relationship with in the industry was Master P's little brother, Silk the Shocker. That's all I know. That's all I know. All these other things they saying could be, or it could be that she didn't go along, like she didn't go along with what they wanted her to do, and they started the slander campaign. And this is part of it. I don't know. All I can tell you is I've only known her to date Silk the Shocker. Period. That's it. That's all I can say.
Basically, her career, as people knew it, was over. But if word on the street is anything to go by, this is another person gearing up to expose the Carters for what they did to her.
Rochelle said Case of the X was fire.
So this latest issue with Nicki...
Yeah, that was good. And let's give it up to you, Rochelle. Rochelle just got the number 3 gifter badge. Let's give it up for her. Thank you for the love and support.
He kicked off when Onika reposted an interview done by Demori Hadley, the estranged daughter of Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez. In the interview, Dem, who is suing her mother for committing her to a mental institution, claimed that Roc Nation basically sabotaged Nicki Minaj and took away her freedom of speech. She also said that Roc Nation went after Nicki's family. They've attacked her husband, they've attacked her child, and it should really scare the American people.
She has been through some trauma, and some of with Roc Nation, with Desiree Perez, with other individuals.
What began as a gutsy
commercial. But people, this is what they do. And that's why you see Puffy Jacket was denied bail for the 4th time, for the simple fact, this is the tactics that these people use. They try to intimidate and put fear in people that they feel is going to come forward and expose them. So those that's wondering why he isn't out, talking about Puffy Jacket, why he was denied bail for a 4th time, those very things.
Is I've witnessed and heard a lot of things, again, is hearsay, right? So it doesn't even matter. And that's why I'm not even going to go into detail with that. If I have the opportunity to speak with Nicki, would love to connect with her on that. But I've kind of seen, just like you firsthand, how they've they've abused of her platform, they've abused her talents, they've abused of her freedom of speech, they've abused her family, they've attacked her husband, they've attacked her child, and it's sad. It's really sad. Somebody so resourceful, talented, high profile as Nicki Minaj being targeted. It should really scare the American people. It should really scare you guys too, right? Because I'm the daughter, so it's like at this point, if it's happening to me, I think she's really outspoken, and I'm grateful that she's being outspoken on it, because I think she's almost seeing it like, well, it happened to me, it's happening to her. Let me speak up on it.
Richard Green, 13, welcome
right
in, welcome in.
And she's
he says they need a fall guy. That is why he will. I think you mean he was denied bond. I don't know. I just know that the judge was saying that he felt like he was a danger. And I think given some of the actions, or some of the things or events that have transpired that his name is attached to, I think that's what it is. Because, and here's the thing. Well, Richard Green said it. I was just about to say, here's the thing. There's people higher than him that they want to get. But even with that being said, though, Richard, we can't downplay the fact that he's had his fair share of criminal activity. You see what I'm saying? And I think that hindered him, because he could have easily just said, hey, you know what? I'll offer up these people especially if I didn't do anything. You know, I can offer up these people, and then he would have been. I'm sure he would have. They would have made some kind of a arrangement for him to be out, of course. But yeah, it's people that's higher up. We've always said here. No disrespect, but I don't think I've seen your name in here before, so I think this may be your first time. If it's not, I apologize. And like I said, welcome back. But to your point, we've said in here before that, in all honesty, the only reason Puffy Jacket even got in trouble or had to finally face any kind of repercussions for his actions is because of the deal that the lawsuit that he filed against the De Leon. That's it. That's it. That's all that is. If he would have played his part and stayed in line with the elite, with the higher ups, and where they had him, and never done that, we probably wouldn't even have no case, and he would have been able to go on with all his nefarious acts. More than likely.
Fed up. I think she's fed up because she's been through a lot.
Well, hasn't Nicki been saying this about what happened to her? And y'all called her a liar. Well, best believe that she doubled down on her claims, saying that everyone who called her a liar should be ashamed. In her rant, Nicki implied that she's been sabotaged professionally by Jay-Z and his associates, saying that it's actually the real reason why she doesn't release music. She also said that an unnamed party had been seeking to damage her relationship with her spouse Kevin Petty, and that efforts to turn Petty against her have involved lies and friends in high places. In addition, Nicki also said that the social media accounts held by her and her followers were being shadow banned in a clear effort to injure her brand. And she actually had receipts. One of them showing how the feature to show people what she was liking had been...
Richard Green said, remember, there was 2 other court cases starting the same day. Right. Now, I will say, I do believe that the lawsuits that are being filed now, listen, they're not helping his case before we even get to October 3rd, sentencing date. Those lawsuits that are still coming out now, the people writing letters saying that they fear for their lives, that's not helping his case at all. It's not at all. And then to still, and I have to say alleged because I wasn't there, but this is all alleged. But, and so allegedly, the chef that was going to testify in the trial, she's saying that he's had people sent to her house or come to her house and vandalize her car and stuff like that. So, like, even with things like that, it's... Now, I know a judge is supposed to just make his judgment or whatever off of what's being presented, right? And so when you have a multitude of people personally writing the judge saying that they fear for their lives, and then they all have pretty much the same similar things happening to him, and he is the one that they're saying is doing it or sending people out to do it, I just don't think that things are going to work out good for him October 3rd. If there's not a case before October 3rd. I mean, like, what I mean a case is, I shouldn't say case. If they don't charge him with something else prior to October 3rd, October 3rd is going to be not good for him. I think. But then again, we did see during this trial things that should have went against him didn't. So, I don't know. All I can tell you is I don't think, my personal opinion, I don't think it's good to have people submitting letters saying that you're a threat to them. And then there's been some accusations that you did go to your former chef's house, that she says that you even SA'd her. And then even before the trial came up, there was he's already offering to pay for her legal team when there shouldn't have been there's no way for him to know that the feds even came and talked to her about that. But I digress, We've seen crazier things happen, and I think it's fair to say each and every day, stranger things have happened. I love that movie, but I mean for real, in real life, like stranger things happen. It's like every morning. I can't even say every morning. Right about around 3, 4, there's something coming out that's just. This is the only case that I can honestly say that I've seen a trial that has rendered a verdict, and I still feel like it's still going on. I'm not the only one to feel that way.
Demolished. And she also reposted a number of communications from fans reporting unexplained technical difficulties they specifically encountered on platforms she uses. But we all know this isn't the first time Nicki has said that the Carters are sabotaging her, right? I mean, she has said the same thing quite a number of times since 2023. For starters, when Nicki called out Elliott Wilson for disrespecting her, Jay-Z also caught a stray. What happened there was that Nicki was on a live stream with Kai Cenat to promote her new album in December 2023. Now, Elliott has previously been vocal about established artists being snubbed for big interviews in favor of new viral artists, and he mockingly posted a video of Nicki Minaj twerking with the caption, hip-hop journalism. Then Nicki hit back with, Elliott, if you'd spit Jay-Z out for 1 second, you'd be able to be happy for the newcomers. Isn't that how y'all tried to tarnish my image? By saying I'm not welcoming newbies in? Did songs with all of them, though. Why you not happy for a young black man like Kai? If you ask Nicki, Elliott is one of the mouthpieces being used to sabotage her. Then sometime last year, Nicki was on a roll exposing Jay-Z and Tidal for scamming her and trying to silence her with $1 million. Onika was setting the role exposing Jay-Z and Tidal for scamming her and trying to silence her with $1 million. Onika was setting the record straight about her part in Jay-Z's music streaming service sale of Tidal, claiming both he and Steve Stoute are spreading lies. Now, there was a little bit of back and forth, but Nicki was saying that Jay-Z and Beyonce were pushing heat her way to try and stop people from talking about them and Diddy. Like, she literally wrote on X, they gotta keep the conversation on me so that no one talks about these charges against their BFF. I mean, it seems the 30-year-old T here is far from stale patterns. Yet Sass, Ugly Alien, Stoute, etc. all talking about Onika. Why are they talking about Onika? In another tweet, Nicki also questioned whether Steve Stoute and Jay-Z...
Okay, let's pause right there for a minute. Onika is Nicki Minaj, okay? I don't want people thinking like, okay, so there's another young lady in here. No, that's not it, okay? Richard Green 13 says, people are afraid of the big machine. That part right there, brother. W. Richard Green in the live. That part right there, brother. They're afraid to go against the machine. And rightfully so, because sometimes it is fatal, or career ending, right? MP2MP for the heart me. I appreciate that. Thank you all for the heart me's. But you are so right, Richard.
He knew about all that was happening in Hollywood and whether they participated. As she wrote, Dear Short and Stout Dick, Laffy Taffy Alien, Dick Breath, Sass, we want to know if you were present during Bleep of Teenagers and Children. That's what we want to know. Stop. Aaliyah, Foxy.
So, I told y'all. Thank you for that heart me. I appreciate it. Hold on. Somebody got a gift badge and I miss their recognition. Adrian, you got the number 3 gifter badge. Let's give it up for her. Thank you. Thank you for that heart me, Tiffany. Oh, and Tiffany got the Go Populars. Thank you for the Go Populars. I appreciate that, bestie. Thank you. I told you all Nicki has been on her Instagram. Look, if words could be used as punches, I'm telling you, look, if words could be used as punches, I'm telling you, let's give up Tiffany. Tiffany got the number 3 badge. Thank you for that love and support, bestie. If words could be punches, and this was a boxing match with words, she been bodying Camel Face. I almost said his name. Camel Face. She's been bodying him, right? Let's just read this. I stopped it because she read it fast. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate it, Tiffany. I appreciate it, Tiffany. Let's give it up to Tiffany. Hey, get this, guys. Best. Tiffany just reached fan level 5 in the fan club. Let's give her some applause there. Thank you. That means she's been rocking with me and she's been supporting the platform, and we just love her for it. I love her vibe. I love her energy. And I don't, if you're not following her, go and follow her. She has great content too. I'm going to paraphrase because I don't want to get me in trouble. But this is one of the posts. And this was on September 22nd, 2024 at 1:29 a.m. It got 1.5 million views. She said, "Dear short and stout." And then the man part, what Puffy Jacket is, it hit like it'd be the Tootsie Roll, right? Little brother, thank you for you're awesome. You're awesome. And let's give it up to my little brother. He's got the number 2 gift badge. Thank you, little brother. She said, "Dear short and stout, sausage thing, Laffy Taffy alien, sausage breath," the man part, sausage breath, Sass, we want to know if you were present during abuse of teenagers and so all of the people that's not the age of consent. It says, "That's what we want to know. You can't taste my kitty, her kitty cat. Stop. Aaliyah, Foxy, etc. During R. Kelly video shoots and stuff. Did you know about the abuse to Kim Porter and Cassie? Y'all seem to always run in a sort of rat pack. So that's what we, the people, want you and your peeps to speak on." She called him not good looking, bald head, bowling ball, and a female dog. Ninjas don't have this energy for G-sters. I don't know if I can say, in person. Only for female dogs on the internet. And then she made reference to their clique being, she called them Gag City, Los Angeles. Saying that they are, they like to singing to them. No, they like to suck out of straws. They like to, but not straws. But not straws. Yes, little brother. He said she went off on Camel Face. I mean, I can. So, like I said, I don't know for sure, but word on the curb is that he got her locked out of her Instagram account because he said she was doing too much. I don't know if that's true, but I could see why he would get her because he got the power. Why he would lock her out of her account, because she is, she cut like a sensei. I don't.
Etc. During R. Kelly video shoots.
It's rare that I want to give Camel Face a hug, but I feel like the way she going off on him, he need a friend.
and stuff. Did you know about Kim Porter and Cassie? Y'all seem to always run in a sort of rat pack. So that's what we, the people, want you and your peeps to speak on. Ugly, bald-head, bowling ball bitch. You ninjas don't have this energy for gangsters in person, only for biz on the internet. She also wrote in yet another tweet referencing her husband, worried about the tea of a 15-year-old child who was railroaded, but no comments on the tea and baby oil that's been going on for decades, and as recent as months ago,
y'all, I think we all need to cast prayer over Nicki Minaj's safety. And I say that not joking, not making light. I say that because how many times have we seen that when people do this, when people have exposed what's really going on in the underbelly of this industry, in the darker pits of this industry, the person that is trying to, or that is in the middle of exposing them, just mysteriously come up missing or sick, and then the headline reads they had pneumonia or they had some kind of respiratory situation a complication that they never had previously. So when I'm sitting here saying that I think we all need to pray for Nicki Minaj's safety, I mean that genuinely. And here's the thing, it's not shocking that she's saying it, because we all know, those of us that wants to use the common sense that we were given, we all know these things happen. So we're not shocked at what she's saying. We're shocked that someone is finally saying it out loud. Richard Green says, that's what I wanted to say. I agree. Yeah, brother, this is serious. It's at a serious point, because we've seen this time and time before, and it didn't work out good. My little brother says at some point they're going to answer for all these horrible things they're doing to people. They are. There is a judgment day coming, and he doesn't wear no black robe. He doesn't have a gavel. It doesn't say superior any kind of court like that. This is a different judgment that's coming. Niecy 61, hey, welcome in. And she said they appear mysterious. They appear mysteriously have you said psychological problems. Is that what you're saying? Richard Green says I was a bodyguard and walked away. And you know, there's people who, I don't know how they do bodyguard for people like this, and the things that they see and keep quiet. I mean, I just, to me, I think having to keep quiet for that, after seeing all of these things, to me that would mess with my psyche. You get me? I just wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't want to be present for that. I wouldn't. I just, it's got to mess with them.
If 15-year-olds need to be held accountable and told they can't ever move past their past, then what about the 30-year-olds sat by and was silent, etc.? Oh, right. Not the baby oil, Onika.
When she said sat by, she said groom and groom. Richard Green 13 says that you signed paperwork. Yeah, the NDAs.
Anywho, Nicki also said that she was convinced that Roc Nation was the one behind her sabotage, and she made that pretty clear when she went on her rant against Megan Thee Stallion. In one of the tweets, Nicki claimed Roc Nation was pouring money into pushing Hiss to outperform Bigfoot by writing, spending so much money. But she's the little broke independent artist. Desiree, you gotta let it go, baby. The world knows she can't rap. Stop trying to make fetch happen. I just put out a song with no promo, no video. It's already number 2. So her saying that the Carters have been sabotaging her is not new. It's only that now there are people who can corroborate her story, and with receipts. It's even juicier now that we have other artists like Blue Cantrell and Maya also allegedly joining the chat. Who knows? Maybe maybe in a few days, we are going to have others joining the bandwagon. A. Marie, Tiara Marie, MIA, Carrie Hilson, Rihanna. Who else I have left? I'm sure there are a lot more who have been allegedly sabotaged. And if all these people start telling their stories, it's going to be over for the Carters. I don't know if they will, but meanwhile, let me know what you think of Onika doubling down on her claims. And Blue and Maya entering the chat in the comments section below.
All right, that concludes segment 1. Rita, welcome in, bestie. Good morning to you. How are you? Nee61 says, appears to mysteriously have psychotic breakdown. Oh, yeah. B. Spears, Dub, or medical illness. And unalive. Look, let me pin that. Okay, I got you, bestie. I got you. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was, before I learned all of these things, I was wondering, because I ain't gonna lie, I thought Britney was really beautiful when she first came out. And I was like, man, you know, she was hanging out with Paris and Nicole Richie and all that. I mean, why she going crazy? Why she shaving her head? And why she getting out the car with no, you know, undergarments on and showing her kitty cat? I mean, what is going on? Like, why is she acting this way? I didn't know about all of this, but now I do. Now I got it. I see what was going on. And so you're right, Niecy 61. Nee 61. Wow. This is this is going to get a lot worse if this keeps coming on. You know? Oh, Tiffany said that lithium messed her up too. See? So it's a lot to go into it. And look, I ain't no snitch. I ain't no snitch. I don't snitch. All I'm saying is it's her last concert. She done had, what, 3 or 4? 4, I believe. But the last one's tonight. Now, I ain't saying nothing, but I'm just saying. Camel Face has made appearance at the last 2 shows, 2 concerts. I mean, I ain't saying nobody looking for him, but I mean, if they looking for him, I'm just telling you. Been popping up at her concert. That's here. The last one's tonight. I ain't snitching, but I'm just saying it started at 8 o'clock. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Now, let's go on to the second segment. Because when I said things are getting weird by the day, they get weirder and weirder by the day. Right? The guy with the direction as a last name and puffy jacket just announced a tour, and it's already a disaster. Who asked for this? That's the headline. And this was dropped yesterday. Shout out to Tisa Tell. How? I don't even know. Let's just go. I don't even know.
So now this is where we are. Kanye West, a former innovator and a current liability, has decided that the one man who can help him resurrect his career is Sean Combs. Yes, that's Sean Combs. Because apparently, when your legacy is in flames, you grab the nearest can of gasoline and ask for a feature. Baby, this isn't a comeback. It's a collaboration between 2 cautionary tales. Y'all, what am I talking about? If you guys don't know, Kanye West and Diddy are supposed to be working on an album together. Now, first of all, what about Christian? And this is what I mean about the fact that Diddy be trying to act like Father of the Year, but all you're doing is pushing your son right out of the way. Remember Christian? Remember the song that just came out?
Yep.
Did that song chart? I mean, it should have. Somebody give Christian a career. He's trying to get out of his daddy's shadow, but Diddy is literally looming over in a career. He's trying to get out of his daddy's shadow, but Diddy is literally looming over head. What the hell do Kanye and Diddy think they're going to do? The best of 2 cuck worlds? What is going on? Baby, one is indicted by the courts and the other is indicted by his own mouth. And somehow,
I can't believe she said that.
They both
She's not
believe
wrong,
they're
but
staging a
I'm just saying.
redemption arc, as if anyone outside of Pick Me Twitter or staging a redemption arc, as if anyone outside of Pick Me Twitter or Passport Bros with a podcast is checking for a Yeezy Times Rico EP. This is not genius. This is not art.
Want to actually reach your health goals by summer? Factor makes it so.
Wow, man. The best of Cuck World. Wow.
Blue Eagles rot in isolation and then convince each other they are still important. And let's get one thing clear. Rot in isolation and then convince each other they are still important. And let's get one thing clear. This is not a music and maybe even step out of the bad boy mausoleum with his name in lights. Here comes Daddy Dearest, kicking in the studio door like music and maybe even step out of the bad boy mausoleum with his name in lights. Here comes Daddy Dearest, kicking in the studio door like, hold my subpoena. I'm doing a joint album with Ye. He's not even letting the boy have a summer without being eclipsed by yet another one of this father's disasters in waiting. It's giving spotlight hijacking, it's giving legacy leech, and it's giving if I can't be hot, nobody can. Now, you don't forget when Young Berg actually said he was working on some really, really good music with Christian, and Diddy came in and said, yo, F that ninja, hook me up with some beats,
says you
and
keep
took the
freezing
beats
on
that were
my
supposed to be
end.
meant for Christian.
Emma?
Again, this is a habit.
Hold on.
But you guys,
They may be trying to censor what we're saying. Am I still freezing up? Let's see. Let me know. Is it still freezing? It looks like it's okay on this end here. So let's see. I did see it though. I did see it. Okay, it's good now. Okay, let's go.
choice of partner, Kanye West, because nothing screams fresh start like teaming up with a man who's one tweet away from demanding a pardon and a line of socks that doubles as a political propaganda. Y'all, this isn't about the music. This is about Diddy trying to stay in the headlines by any means necessary, even if it means stepping on his own son's neck to do it. Christian can't even post a selfie without the algorithm spitting out his dad's mugshot first. He's not just in Diddy's shadow. He's in a full-blown Rico eclipse. Meanwhile, Diddy sees Kanye not as a risk, but as a lifeboat.
Let me pause it right there. Let me ask some questions. A question. I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying that's why he is doing this. I don't really care, to be honest. But if that is in fact true, that he is, Puffy Jack is undercutting his son or preventing his son from getting any kind of fame or fortune from, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I heard some of his songs and I don't think this is the line of work for him. But who am I? Who am I? Could that be? If that is true, though, could that be? Because someone, and I can't remember who, but someone had made this statement before that he liked talking about Puffy Jacket. He likes to have people having to depend on him. Do you think that that could be his reasoning for basically cutting his son off and saying that he's, doing a joint album with the guy with the Direction as the last name, and basically just taking the clout from his son, not allowing him to breathe or make his own path? Like I said, again, I don't think that's a good career choice for his son. But if that's what he inspires to be, okay. I think Radio could make a better hip hop album than him. But nonetheless, that's totally different. That's has nothing to do with nothing. I'm just saying, Do you think that's why he could be trying to steal the limelight from his son, because he wants to continuously have his son depend on him?
Because let's be honest, when you're on the verge of civil collapse, because baby, those lawsuits are about to hit him hard, who better to team up with than the only other celebrity in the industry who isn't afraid to stand next to you? Again, they're running for, this is a hot mess express.
I agree.
So Page Six, aka aka TMZ's less attractive cousin, just reported that Diddy and Kanye are working on music together. Maybe music. In 2025, that Diddy and Kanye are working on music together. Maybe music. In 2025, these men are not working on music. They're the only one who still believes in me. Diddy said Kanye's the only one still talking to me. It's giving trauma bond. It's giving cellmates, soulmates. Yeah. It's giving jailhouse rock, the Diddy Curve edition. Maybe, but a lot of people say these people are just two roosters in the cook house. Now, baby, listen.
Yeah.
Have sudden life emergencies.
I mean, it's been, yeah.
Have sudden life emergencies.
I mean, it's been, yeah. They're both cuckolds, it sounds like.
Everything. Beats, stylists, probably even toothbrushes. And allegedly, if you believe what was coming out of Diddy's team, they've shared escorts. They've been doing brotherhood by bodily fluids for over how many years? Maybe even decades. And at this point, it's not a friendship. It's a bacterial colony. Maybe, have you ever seen two washed up men clinging to each other like two crusty croutons in a bowl of expired soup? That's Diddy and Ye. One's trying to dodge more federal charges and those civil of expired soup. That's Diddy and Ye. One's trying to dodge more federal charges and those civil suits. The other's still mad at they are building a agenda, a new political movement for men who peaked in 2008 and have never emotionally recovered. And now some say Diddy's, now, okay, to be fair, some people once again are babyfying Ye.
Hey, bestie.
They're saying that
thank
Diddy
you for the hard knee.
Kanye,
welcome in. Good morning.
And introduced Kanye to a lifestyle, the parties, the girls,
Little
the
brother
boys,
said she's
the
going ham.
NBAs.
Yeah,
Others
she's
say
taking
Kanye
them out.
corrupted Diddy with all that dragon energy. And honestly, let's be real, who cares? At this point, it's a circular firing squad of delusion. But let's not pretend Kanye is some doe-eyed victim. This man literally has his own lawsuits. Because
thank you for the stickers. I appreciate that, Jenny.
Baby, listen. If Kanye was in a party, Diddy was suits. Because he allegedly did Diddy-like things to a woman in Diddy's studio. In a party Diddy was throwing, oddly enough. Baby, listen, if Kanye was groomed, he then ran with it like a track star. These aren't enemies, they are matching symptoms. And the real question is, who is this music even for? Baby, this is literally what, when the audience is just as lost as the artist, is that where we are now in 2025? Let's ask the only real question that matters. Who, in the name of delusion, denim, and daddy issues, is this music even for? Because it's not for the charts. It's not for the culture. It's not even for the fans. They left in 2018 and took the aux cord with them. This music is for a very specific demographic. One, it looks like it's for the pick-me's with no exit strategy. Very specific demographic. One, it looks like it's for the pick-me's with no exit strategy. Women who have been chewed up and spit out by the patriarchy, and instead of leaving the system, decided to become its cheerleaders. Is this the plan? These are the people you want vibing to the song? Leaving the system, decided to become its cheerleaders? Is this the plan? These are the people you want vibing to the song? They're praying for a future credit and a seat on a private jet that isn't going to exist for that much longer.
Dimple cheeks, Buenos Dias.
Women who defend billionaires on Twitter, like they pay them. They called Kanye a genius because he once made a beat that reminded them of their ex. They called Diddy misunderstood because they watched Making of the Band in middle school and never emotionally recovered. Oh my God. Sis, please heal yourself. This isn't empowerment. This is Stockholm Syndrome with a side of couture. And then who else is going to be buying this album? The washed up men who think a podcast mic is a personality. These are the guys who quote Kanye like scripture and defend Diddy like their own RICO case isn't pending. They don't have money. They don't have clout. But they have opinions and a Wi-Fi signal and a YouTube channel with who cares how many subscribers. These are the men who talk about masculine energy while living in their mom's house and doing 4-hour live streams on why women don't submit anymore. They love Diddy and Kanye because deep down they know they'll never have any of their money.
Those shots was hold on. Let me rephrase that because the algorithm on here may take that in a completely wrong text. Those words were towards Ratchet TV guy.
But they already share their ego, their ignorance, and their complete lack of
little brother, I'm
literacy.
talking about.
Well, listen. What do y'all think about this album?
Say hello to my little friend.
Are y'all gonna listen to it? You know what Jay-Z said? If you really put me on, put yourself on too. Kanye, where's your hit song? Where's your hit album? Where's King Combs' hit song? Where's his hit album?
The only thing King Combs need to hit is a gym.
Do it. Do it. You and Diddy try to do a best of both worlds. A best of both worlds song, album, because I want to see that mess flop. And I want to, oh my God, I want to see that mess flop. You know, I take back everything I say. Universe, make it happen. Make it happen. At this point, baby,
hold on.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Listen, okay, let me get Bessie's comment. Said, like Clayton Howard, the victim saying he got he's got a he has a gift that keeps on giving from Cassie and Puffy Jacket. Yeah, he did say that. He's the one that filed the lawsuit against both of them, correct? Just in the first two segments alone, we've seen Camel Face, we've seen the guy with the directional last name, and Puffy Jacket get, annihilated. I don't care. Listen, Nicki Minaj owns Camel Face. I don't care. Listen, Nicki Minaj owns Camel Face. The last two posts that she made that we read or listened to, and we did both. Yeah, she bodied him on that. Teaser Tells just bodied the guy with the directional last name and Puffy Jacket. When she said, "What are y'all going to do? Have a best of both world, best of both cuckold world or cuck world or something like that?" Any of it. Listen, if you know what that means, then you can see how she just took them out. Yeah, as far as his son, again, I am not trying to deter any youngin from his aspirations or whatever he wants to be. But I do think there comes a time where we got to be honest and just let a child know when, hey, this ain't your, this not your lane. And it's okay. It's okay. I don't think it's his lane. I don't think it's his lane. All right. Third seg, it says major plot twist and Puffy Jacket case. And this is from Miss Lowdown. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so we're going to find out what's new. Jenny said music ain't for him. For real. And that's just it, right, Bestie? I mean, we're being honest. It's just not just because, okay. And that's just it, right, Bestie? I mean, we're being honest. It's just not just because, okay. Just because that's good, that don't mean that you're gonna be good at it, right? Joe Bell, welcome in, Bessie. Good morning. How are you? Good music. Just saying. Just saying.
Okay, y'all. Word on the street is Diddy's team somehow got to one of the prosecutors. This is what they're saying, y'all. Word on the street. We about to talk about it right now, okay?
Let's go.
Hello, welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all. And welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged. Some is not. And the Fair Act use is in my description box, y'all. So, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. First, I want to say happy Sunday. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Please stay safe and all that good stuff. Please stay aware of your surroundings. And please, y'all, watch the company that you keep, because it just may save your life and keep you out of trouble. Okay, y'all? So let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. This is crazy, okay? Everybody's talking about it. You know, the streets is talking. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. So word on the street is P. Diddy's lawyers are basically snitching on the prosecution for helping them beat the case or try to beat the case. Okay, y'all? Oh, Lord have mercy. Talk
That's
about
wild.
snitching on your own self, okay? This is what they're saying right now. That it has something to do with this juror that, you know, they got rid of and one came in. This is crazy on so many levels, okay? They're saying that Diddy's lawyers are saying there's been a discovery, and they're saying that a juror from the trial misrepresented himself. Why would they snitch on their own self on how they actually? I don't know.
Am I missing this? Are y'all catching? I don't get it
right now. But I'm telling y'all this don't make no sense. They're saying that the judge gave strict instructions for people not to talk to each other and all kind of stuff. You can't watch TV and internet and all that other stuff. This is what they're saying the judge told him not to do.
Time out. Man, y'all gotta be crying. From laughing. Oh man. I don't even know how that worked. Okay, so yeah, hold on. Okay. So one of the jurors helped them. Deb, hey Bestie, good morning. Yeah, I've been on for we're about 45 minutes or an hour now, I think. And how's your day going? Okay, let me get this. So somebody on the prosecution side helped the defense basically win the case, or get him off on some charges, right? And so the defense is snitching on the person that was part of the prosecution team that helped them. I don't think it's enough liquor in the world to drink to understand it.
And they're saying that after the judge dismissed juror 6 for, residential discrepancy or whatever. Y'all remember they were saying that he was saying he stayed one place, but he stayed somewhere else. Then he was saying that he stayed with his auntie. Then he's saying he was staying with his girlfriend. And they dismissed him. Mm-hmm. And the alternative that they put in was Mr. Beans, okay? Or whatever they call him, okay, y'all? That's the person that replaced him. Well, word on the street is now, Diddy's lawyers, they said they found through multiple interviews that he's been doing that. Not only was he employed by the government, but also worked for numerous agencies of law enforcement in the state, y'all. Lord, y'all, I told y'all, they should have went out of the state to get jurors. They should not have got people that was from there. But does it even make a difference if you got one of the prosecutors that's, I'm just saying, fixed too?
Got safety protocols?
Oh, bad commercial. Yeah, I don't think it would have worked. I mean, even when you got the prosecution, somebody on the prosecution team helping, it doesn't matter where the trial takes place.
Make no sense, y'all. This is not good in no type of way. This means that they paid off one of the prosecutors.
It's okay. Deb says, okay, sorry, I didn't get on earlier. I was trying to get a place to inspect my car because it was supposed to. Okay, it's all right. It's okay. You know, we'll have the
before the trial started. He was asked multiple times if he had any affiliation with local or state law enforcement agencies, and he reportedly denied. Now that the trial is over, he's been speaking out in interviews openly, saying he did in fact work and with different agencies, and that the prosecutors told him not to mention it, y'all. This is not good, y'all. This is not good at all. What do they do for something like this? Do they do like a mistrial or something like that? And if they did it this time,
I need talking with JoJo in here.
I'm just asking y'all. This is why everything is, abruptly people going to court and everything abruptly is like, oh, we see y'all on October 13th. I mean, the 3rd. And get up out of here. It's a lot of stuff coming out right now, and it's sad. And it's just like that juror. And I keep going back to that one juror that they kicked off the juror that was supposed to be, he was called for jury duty, but he got kicked off because he said that, people can be bought when it comes to this case. And they kicked him out of there, and he was telling the truth. Because now but these are the rumors. I don't know. I'm just saying allegedly because I wasn't there. I don't know these people. But this is what's going on right now. They are literally saying that the prosecution, one of the prosecutors was paid off, y'all. Now, and this is the crazy part. You would think that, somebody else would be arguing this, but Diddy's lawyer is the ones that's arguing this, okay? That Mr. Bean said that the prosecution knew and told him not to say anything. Why would you snitch on your own self? I'm just saying, y'all, why is Diddy's team snitching on the person that was working with them? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
They're saying that they planted him on the juror as a replacement for juror 6. It would be juror 6, wouldn't it, y'all? Them six.
Yeah. I caught that.
Crazy.
Thank you for sharing out loud, Jenny. Appreciate it.
And we'll argue that point during sentencing. They are also trying to bring a malpractice lawsuit. Okay, y'all? This is what they're saying.
Amy, good morning.
This is what they're saying. They're saying...
how are you, bestie?
The lead for them was Comey. I don't know who Comey was, but they're saying Comey and her father is a lawyer too. Okay, so that was one of the women that was, I believe, Diddy's lawyer. He had so many, I can't keep up with them.
What's
but
the
they're
girl?
Saying that this Comey guy had something.
Was it Agnafilio? No. Garagos. Teeny Garagos. Thank you for that heart, me. I appreciate it, Amy. Right, Dimple Cheeks Garagos. Her dad is that it's not Comey. Comey was on the prosecution, correct? Mark Garagos, yes. And then Teeny Garagos is the daughter, right? Okay, they're on the defense. And the Comey lady is on the prosecution side, correct? I think she was. Okay, thank you. Okay, the prosecutor. Okay, Comey's father is a lawyer too. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. But did he have anything to do with the case? That was just Teeny Garagos' dad that had some funny business going on during the trial, right? With what's the dude? Harvey. They do the podcast together, right? Okay. TMZ. That's it. Okay.
To do with.
Okay.
And they
Thank y'all.
said that
Make sure
he
we got it all.
was DOJ during the Obama administration. He's known for throwing cases for the government. This is what they're saying, y'all. I don't know. Okay. So it wouldn't be a stretch to assume that he told her to do it. Y'all, this is crazy. Crazy. And people are worried now. They're worried that
Yes,
you can
that's
get to the
it, Amy.
prosecutors.
That's their podcast.
Get to the judge. People are worried now. They are worried that the judge might be turned cold too, y'all. Word on street. This is how the streets is talking. This is sad on so many levels that you can't trust, you know, even the prosecutors to get justice out here. But it ain't like there's something new. I'm just saying, y'all. And it ain't like we wasn't expecting some kind of, you know, curveball in the first place, okay? So it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. Is the judge going to be peed off that he's finding out this stuff?
Dimple Cheek says...
you know, give him the...
Dimple Cheek says unethical, unprofessional leaking info to Harvey Levin from TMZ, who is a lawyer as well. Okay, yeah, that is bad news. He was doing some bad things. Let's give it up to Amy, y'all. Amy's got the number 3 gifter badge. Thank you. And thank you for the Go Popular. I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know no more. I don't know.
Max?
I don't know.
Are the judge going to, you know, be peed off and give him the maximum sentence because of all of this mess that's coming out now? If it's true, because I don't know. I'm just saying this is what the streets is saying. Or is he paid off too? That's the question right now. Is he paid off? And did he go walk October the 3rd? So, I don't even know what to say anymore. This is crazy on so many levels. I don't even know what to say. This is crazy. Yeah, how in the world do you... Why even charge him in the first place if you was going to have somebody in there that was going to be turncoat? It don't even make sense. It was a waste of, you know, taxpayers' time and money. To be honest, this whole thing was just... for shitter show.
This is, I don't think the judge is paid off. I hope not. I really would.
This is all this was.
Bessie, he's the one person out of all of it that I thought that for sure was fair. Amy says, I just watched 60 Minutes on YouTube Australia that aired last night. They show a lot of the exhibits. For real? Can you you don't mind sending me the link, do you? Because I want to see. Hold on. That went up too fast. Amy said it was just to being everyone back up to... just getting everybody back up to speed. It's unreal. I want to see it, please. Please, because I feel like the judge was the only one that was fair.
To drain his pockets, because how do you go from
Rita said me too.
Like I told y'all, $900 million to $90 million. Now, this is what they're saying.
They're saying good morning. Happy Monday to you, Bessie.
So to me, if this is true, this was only not for no justice for no, victims or anything like that. This was all a show, and this was to drain Diddy's pockets. This is what this is looking like now. Because, to be honest, it makes sense. It makes sense because it's a...
Just is asking what's the topic for today. We are actually we're on the 3rd segment right now. The first one we opened up with Blue Cantrell and Maya speaks on Beehive unaliving their careers. Nicki Minaj is next. We talked about that. Jenny, thanks for the hot dog. Thank you for the hot dog. Let's give it up to Jenny, got the number 2 gifter badge. Thank you for the Scarab. And thank you for the Heart Puffs. Thank you, bestie. Thank you for the I love you so much. Because I love you so much. Thank you. You know that. I love the stickers, Amy. Look at the. I'm gonna pin your comment with the sticker, special stickers. I love it. I love it. That's what we opened up with, just saying 86. Then the second segment was about the guy with the direction as a last name. And Puffy Jacket just announced a tour, and it's already a disaster. We spoke on that. And now this segment is, the headline was major plot twist in Puffy Jacket case. And baby, let me tell you, it's a twist. I didn't even see this one coming at all.
Seemed like
my mind is blown right
the prosecutors kind of dropped the ball with this whole situation. They had more witnesses that they could have brought forth. They didn't. That could have been really, really, made an impact on here. But at the same time, if you got one of the prosecutors that's turncoat, then I'm just saying, y'all, did it make a difference? Well, who they put on the
Amy got the number 3 gifter badge. Shout out to you, Amy, and thank you for the roses. I appreciate that, love. I'm hurt. I'm lost and hurt. I just don't know. We're gonna definitely have to keep an eye on this. We've got to.
Did it make a difference who they put on the stand at all? Because if they were going to have a jury on there that was going
Amy
to
said
be...
that she's saying that the judge is a turncoat. No, here's what she's saying. They're on the prosecution side. But basically, the defense had a plant on the prosecution side, right? That lied, falsified information about themselves and stuff like that. But in any event, the prosecution, the person that was on the prosecution team was in it to help the defense and Puffy Jacket. Well, now, get this, bestie. Get this. The defense team is now snitching on the person that was on the prosecution side that they knew was lying all this time. Now, she's saying that Comey, who was like the head of the prosecution team, knew that the person was not legit. He lied about his occupation, basically, who he worked for. And she told him, keep it quiet. Keep going. Just keep it quiet. Don't tell nobody. So we got corruption on the prosecution side. There's corruption on the defense side because the defense knew that that person was the plant. But then they went and told on them. Now, and she's saying some people are saying that the judge may be turncoat as well. I hope not. Dimple Cheek says, now the judge is not supposed to think there is no coercion, no corruption, or no extortion. Right? Ooh, pin that, please. One of my moderators, please, if you will, pin Dimple Cheek's comment. And let's give it to Dimple Cheeks on that. Because W Dimple Cheeks in the live. Because here's the thing. How can you say there wasn't no RICO when they are performing RICO right there? Like in the trial. It's going on both sides. This is wild. This is wild. Dimple Cheek says the judge is not part of it. I don't believe he is. She said he has been, as a matter of fact, and that's what I'm saying. He is the only one that I feel has called it down the middle for both sides. Like, he didn't play favorites. He didn't go one way or the other. And so I can't, not yet. She said, I'm telling you, dumpster fire. Yes, I'm talking about farce, all of it. Like, it's like the whole case now is like, so what did we just do multiple weeks of our lives? What were they doing? What were we watching? What were they doing? What were we watching?
You know, hold on one second, y'all.
What were we watching?
You know, hold on one second, y'all.
Are you feeling stuck with $10,000 or more?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Hold on, y'all. I guess she's taking a phone call still.
Sorry about that, y'all.
It's all right. She back. Here we go.
If they had somebody that was going to put a juror on there that was going to, you know, no matter what people said was going to be a problem. And I believe this is the person that was the standout person.
I don't know where these commercials
that was a problem. Everybody else was agreeing on something. This person was agreeing on what they wanted to agree on. And my understanding, they would claim that this guy was so smart and this and that and that and this. And, you know, it seemed like he was put there purposely to mess up the case. And now they're saying that this person has ties to law enforcement. Y'all, this is crazy on so many levels. Y'all, I'm lost.
Crazy. No, absolutely no doubt about it being crazy. No doubt about it being crazy, people. However, we have to say, haven't we been telling you all that there's people involved, law enforcement they're involved. There's corruption. I thought it was Jenny, but she said it was juror number 6 that they I think they let him go. When it 5 and 6? I think she said something about juror 6 because she was like, it's something about those 6. And I was like, yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Remember, you sent me something and it said 333. And I said, I see the message. Multiply 333 times 2. What do you get? You know? Right. Okay. So I think 5 got let go. 6 they were talking about let go, but he got to stay. So it's that one. It is number 6. Man.
Lost for words when it comes to this. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section about this whole situation. Are y'all not surprised? Or are you all
no.
What is gonna go on right now?
Yeah, I don't know where I'm at right.
It's gonna be labeled a mistrial. They have to do this over. We don't know what's gonna happen at this point.
Listen, we can't our brain cells can't take going through another trial with this guy. We can't do it. Shout out to Amy for getting the number 2 gifter badge. Thank you. I just don't think, and because now, listen, here's a problem with it. Even if they do redo it, even if they go back and do the trial again, now we're left with, well, can we trust what we're hearing? Can we trust the people that are part of the trial? Are they really going to make the justifiable of? Are they going to give a justifiable verdict, or what are we? What are we doing? Just answers. Honestly, I think it may be good because then he could be found guilty. Yeah, that could, because there is corruption here. Rita says 100, 100, 100. You get me, best? Like, for real, like, my mind, we went through a lot the first time. Just and, well, yeah. I guess because now we know that there is corruption, right? We know that. We know that there's all the things that Dimple Cheek mentioned earlier. If this is true, we saw it happen. It happened right there inside of the courtroom. When I think back to that, I'm thinking, okay, these people just may have. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. We freezing up again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're doing. But by this being his first time doing something like this, they could have been trying to play on his lack of experience dealing with these things.
And to be honest with y'all, the judge has really a big decision to make, to be honest with y'all. when it comes to this whole situation. We don't know which way he's going to go. We don't know if they're just going to let him out or if he's going to, lay the hammer down on him because of this whole situation. Okay? But everybody is watching. And I'm hoping that, this judge listens to the cries of the people that has been touched by this man. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous that people are allowed to, get out of jail. It's the same thing with the Mo 3 case. People are allowed to get out of jail and get their story together and their people together on what they're going to say and do and say. This is crazy. This is crazy. Where is the justice?
Moves.
And you got so many alleged
not letting
when it
him
comes to PD.
go down in flames.
And
exactly.
just think about the whole situation with Mo 3.
Jude, welcome in. Welcome to the live, Jude. How you doing? Good morning to you.
The same people that allegedly was out here doing all kind of other crimes and getting away with them as well. So, got the police, the commissioner, everybody in their back pocket. Are they going to be justice for everybody else? When you got people just walking away that is allegedly guilty of so many things, as according to all the people that's coming forth on them. You got people petrified to even show up to court. You got people disappearing that's witnesses and stuff like that, okay? It's a lot going on when it comes to the situation, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, y'all. Baby mamas and babies coming up, taken out when it comes to some of these cases. Like, are you serious? They're supposed to be witnesses, allegedly? Like, this is crazy, y'all. And I ain't talking about just Diddy. I'm talking about, Mo 3 case as well. This is crazy, y'all. And people is walking away from doing these crimes. But, karma is a mother. And if you don't get, people don't get justice, and I'm just saying, in a courtroom, this is why some of the times people do stuff in the streets. Because the judicial system is messed up, y'all. Not saying that that's right either. But
I'm not saying, but I get it.
You have people that's getting away with crimes because they got money or they know somebody. This is why, things are so messed up the way they are right now. This is one of the reasons why. Okay, y'all? But anyway, y'all.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. But she's right, though. She's right. Amy says, I agree with her on that. I do, too. I agree with her. Rita says 100, 100, 100. And I mean, this is bad on so many levels because now how do the victims know who to trust? They can't trust even attorneys. I mean, but we know this. We've said this before about the corruption of attorneys and police officers and in some cases judges, though we hope this is not the case with this judge. I strongly feel like this is not the case with this judge. I'm in agreement with you on that, Dimple Cheeks. I don't think he has anything to do with it. I do think his lack of experience dealing with this case may have made them feel more comfortable in doing such a bold thing. But even with that, I think that could backfire on him. That could make him even more upset that they even try to play him like that. Wow. I don't know, man. We definitely got to keep our eyes on and ears open for that. Just wild. All right, we're going to change it up a little bit. This is the last segment, the fourth and final segment. Let's put our fours up in the air. It's the fourth and final segment. It's the fourth quarter. Listen, I have parents on here, and I believe that it still takes a village, right? Regardless of where you are. I feel like if we're going to be a village, which I think we have firmly cemented and built here on this platform, but if we are that village that we proclaim to be, then we got to look out for each other, right? And so in doing that, remember, I'm going to date myself. I'm about to date myself, but I'm about to put my age out there. But listen, remember when we were younger and Christmas time was coming up and our parents got the Sears and the JCPenney catalogs and the service merchandise catalogs, and you got to go through and you got to circle the toys you wanted for Christmas, And remember, about around that time, yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. You're right, Justin. It wouldn't be the first time I dated myself. Dimple Cheeks. Oh, yeah, Dimple Cheeks. Right. The Toys R Us catalog. OMG. Yes. Jenny said, OMG, I love going through them joints. Exactly. Right? See, I remember how much fun that was for us. That was a huge thing, right? Amy said there's so much going on behind the scenes globally. We can't even wrap our brains around. No, we cannot. But the only thing I could say to this is that the good book told us this was going to happen. It said this. Everything that we are seeing and experiencing right now, the good book said it was going to happen. Right, Rita? Exactly. It helped get in the Christmas spirit when those books came in the mail and we got to circle those things, all right? And then also remember, we had those commercials. Like, I'm again, like Jess Ann said, it ain't the first time I've done it, but I'm still dating myself. But I know coming home from school, getting right around Christmas time, coming home from school, make sure the door was locked. I got my brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts. I got my glass of chocolate milk, and I was ready for my Thundercats, right? So, but in watching that, that's when they would put out the commercials, the toy commercials that was like over the top, and we were like, oh my God, we gotta get that, Like I had the Thundercats, the G.I. Joes, the Transformers and stuff like that. I think the girls had, what was it, JEM, J-E-M. There was a music group that had their toys, and they had the Care Bears, and they had the My Little Ponies, and Punky Brewster stuff, But all of that, they would make it look good. Can you imagine if we had the internet back then, what things could look like? Oh, Montgomery Ward. Boy, I hadn't heard of that story in so long. Yes. Yes. All right. But Strawberry Shortcake, Dimple Cheeks, yes. That's what I'm talking about. Those toys, like we had the greatest era. I'm just trying to tell you. But born in the 70s, children in the 80s, wild out in the 90s. Like we had the best time. Okay, that was it too, Jenny. Rainbow Bright. I was thinking about that, but I was like, nah. That's the thing where you put the pegs in and had the light. No, that's Light Bright. Okay. Yes, Adrian. Cabbage Patch, which my daughter got one. We took her to the hospital and she got her one, the Cabbage Patch Hospital. So yeah. Dimple Cheeks is 74 here. Hey, 77, baby. Listen. In saying that, I bring that all up because I know we have kids and they're adorable and they come on our face up because I know we have kids and they're adorable and they come on our face and they want this toy so much and we get it for them or we want to get it for them. But unfortunately, it's not as innocent as or we want to get it for them. But unfortunately, it's not as innocent as it was. I mean, I'm not even sure if it was innocent back when we were kids, honestly, because we didn't know anything about this, right? Rainbow Bright was a doll with red hair, right? Yeah, she was. Now, I'm bringing this segment up because there's this new teddy bear / stuffed animal kind of thing that is kind of gotten the buzz going, right? And it's Labubu is what they're called. Oh, I thought she had red hair. She had, okay. They said blonde. We've also spoke on how the industry likes harvesting energy. We've spoke on that, right? We've also spoke on the demonic energy that's present within the world and in that particular environment. Well, this is saying and this is from Truth Is. This is another great content creator, but it says Labubu exposed the creepy truth behind the viral toy. So before, I don't know if your kids see it and like it and want one, but if that is indeed the case, or I don't know if your kids see it and like it and want one, but if that is indeed the case, I'm asking that I'm asking that you, I tell you, asking that you don't purchase this toy for them. Because see, you also got to be careful. I'm one who believes in energy and spirits and all of that, right? I do, and I'm saying you want to be careful what you bring into your house, what energy you bring in your house, what spirit. And I'm saying you want to be careful what you bring into your house, what energy you bring in your house, what spirits you conjure up. So that's why I'm bringing this up right here. It's not pertaining to celebrity or anything like that, but it's part of the inner dealings and work. So let's close it out with this.
If you have been online lately, you have probably seen these strange-looking plush toys popping up everywhere. From little girls to grown women, probably seen these strange-looking plush toys popping up everywhere. From little girls to grown women, Labubu dolls have completely taken over the internet. Influencers, celebrities, and even artists are all flaunting these creepy, cute monsters, hyping them up to their fans like they're the next big thing. Labubu dominated 2025, but before you rush out to buy one, you need to finish this video first. Because what most people don't realize is that there's a much darker influence behind this so-called cute toy. And once you see the truth about these monster plushies, you might want to stay far, far away. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly.
Okay, we're going to get past this disclaimer real quick.
Too deep for YouTube. So if you want to join the truth movement, you will be able to find the link in the description and in the comment section.
Can you believe these aren't her real teeth?
Denise. I feel like we should get paid for
Now,
commercials.
let's get right into it. If you have been on social media lately, chances are you have seen those Labubu plush toys popping up everywhere. Seriously, you can't scroll.
Hold on, Bessie. You said my oldest has one, but she's an adult. I've told her to never bring that stuff to my home. But she's an adult. I've told her to never bring that stuff to my home. She's got one of these. Then when she said these commercials slay my soul, they don't like we be ready to hop right into something serious, and out of nowhere it comes out. It's like right now, really? You talking about she's got one of the Labubu, Jenny?
Scroll for more than a few seconds without running into one of these creepy little monster dolls. The Labubu craze seemed to come out of nowhere just a few months ago, and it's now completely spiraled out of control.
Right, Amy,
people are
especially the
spending
Poppy thousands
thousands
like,
on
why?
what honestly looks like worthless plush toys. The real question is, why? What is it about this bizarre little creature that has so many grown adult women hooked? It's almost as if Labubu has them under some kind of...
Yeah, there is grown. Look, there's grown ladies in the video that's got them too. But yeah, if you could tell her to just take that back, take that back to the store, right? Man.
Spell. For those unfamiliar, Labubu is a monster-themed plush toy sold by Pop Mart, a collectible toy brand. These furry little creatures have big oval eyes, jagged grins, and a mischievous, almost sinister look. Some fans describe them as having an ugly, cute aesthetic, whatever that means. But there's something undeniably off about their expression. They look like they're trying to charm you while plotting something evil. Labubu was created by Hong Kong-born artist Casey Lung, who drew inspiration from Nordic folklore. Originally, Labubu appeared in Lung's The Monster Picture book series, launched in 2015. Later, Pop Mart partnered with him to turn Labubu into a collectible toy line, marketing it through limited edition blind box drops. And that's when the obsession really began.
These things
they
are
look
ugly
innocent
as
at first, just strange.
They
Quirky
are
little
ugly.
plush
You
toys
are
with
right.
wide eyes, pointy ears, and unsettling mischievous grins. But everything changed the moment the world saw Lisa from Blackpink post a photo with a Labubu. First, she appeared holding a full-size Labubu plush. Then came a second post, a close-up of the mini Labubu keychain clipped to her designer handbag. Millions of fans saw it, and just like that,
Amy says you
the
gotta go back
Labubu
into
craze
history to get the
exploded
truth.
across the globe,
That's
and it
facts.
didn't stop with Lisa. Shortly after, mega celebrities like Rihanna, Kim Kardashian, Lizzo, and Dua Lipa were also spotted with these plush dolls. Whether it was in paparazzi shots, subtle background placements, or Instagram uploads, the message was crystal clear. Labubu is the new trend, and social media followed like clockwork. TikTokers, influencers, fashion bloggers, everyone wanted to be seen with one. What appeared to be just another trendy collectible had become an unstoppable phenomenon. But here's the part that no one's talking about. The rise of Labubu wasn't just some viral coincidence. Behind this plush toy is something sinister, a spiritual darkness carefully disguised behind big eyes and a toothy smile. Most people assume these dolls are just another fad, but the deeper you look into the Labubu's origins, the more disturbing it becomes. The creator claims he was inspired by Nordic folklore, hinting at whimsical forest creatures and trolls. But after diving into the real mythologies of Scandinavia, that claim falls apart. The features of Labubu don't match any known Norse entity. The ears, the teeth, the eyes, they're far more demonic than elfin. What I discovered instead left me shaken. This plush toy seems to be directly inspired by Pazuzu, a demonic figure featured in ancient Mesopotamian world. This isn't just some obscure myth. Pazuzu was a powerful demon god, depicted with the face of a lion or a dog, wings like an angel, clawed limbs, a serpent tail, and a hunched posture that always looks ready to strike. Pazuzu ruled over the southwest wind, a wind believed to bring plagues, famine, disease.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, so what he's saying that these dolls come from, if you go on the video and look at the picture, it's also they're very centered or focused on the man part, if you know what I mean. They make sure that that's it just goes. I don't even know how to convey this to you. Jenny says, "Yep, The Simpsons did a show with that demon's name. They did. Okay, did they show it on there too? On this show? Probably not. I don't know, because Simpsons they pushed the envelope on there too. Yeah, you guys just gotta go look it up. Go look it up. I can't explain it on here. Just know that they make sure they add that part in there. They make sure.
And spiritual corruption. His presence was associated with outbreaks of misfortune and possession. But here's where it gets strange. Despite his terrifying reputation, people in ancient Mesopotamia sometimes used images of Pazuzu to protect themselves from other evil forces. They invited one demon into their home to keep the others away.
No. So
bravery is not.
Oh, it's a commercial.
Away.
No. So
bravery is not.
Oh, it's a commercial. Not on the plush doll that they're talking about, on the statue of the actual demon. Yeah, it's endowed. They make sure they put that on there. So, right, and give him what that industry, the whole group of people, we clearly see what they're about. Yeah. I don't bring that home to the kids.
Unfamiliar. Labubu, like Pazuzu, is creepy, yet people are calling it cute. It's unsettling.
Well, look, at least the ones that they're showing in this video. There's two statues they showed where the endowment was, happy. The one that looks like it's out in the statue that looks like it's out in like a desert or something. Yeah.
Yet it's being sold as a comforting toy. Some even call it a guardian plush. Think about that. The exact same tactic Pazuzu used thousands of years ago to get into people's homes is being repeated today. And this isn't the first time demons have used dolls as used thousands of years ago to get into people's homes is being repeated today. And this isn't the first time demons have used dolls as vessels. We have seen this before. Annabelle, a seemingly innocent Raggedy Ann doll, was later revealed to be harboring a demonic presence so malevolent.
See, well, he didn't know any. I'm gonna say me. I didn't know anything about Raggedy Ann being a demonic doll. I didn't know anything about that.
That it had to be locked in a glass case by the demon,
like
from accidents to illness after locking or photographing it without permission. So why dolls? Because dolls are disarming. especially to children. They feel harmless, familiar, soft,
Amy,
safe,
I never
which
knew
makes
nothing
them the
about
perfect
that. Like,
vessels.
that's what I'm saying. We
Spiritual
didn't know about
entities,
this stuff.
especially demonic ones, have long been known to attach themselves to objects that lower our guard. Even in fiction, this idea is reinforced, like the infamous Chucky from Child's Play. Chucky wasn't technically a demon, but he was a serial killer who used occult voodoo magic to transfer his soul into a child's toy. Why? Because no one would expect a child's toy to carry out evil. The doll allowed him to get close to children, close to families, and then strike. This mirrors exactly what's happening now with Labubu and Pazuzu. And it's not just folklore or horror films backing this up. Pazuzu became globally infamous as the demon behind the possession in The Exorcist. That movie was based on a real-life exorcism accounts. The idea of Pazuzu possessing a young girl wasn't just for dramatic effect. It was rooted in ancient beliefs. His spirit is known to target the innocent. So why is the modern world suddenly adoring this entity dressed up in plush and pastel? Why are people proudly displaying what might be a spiritual replica of a demon once feared across entire civilizations? Let's go even further down the rabbit hole. This isn't just about...
Showed it, yes. See, but that goes to like we be saying in these movies. We just think, and it was when that came out, of course, like I said, we didn't know anything about what we know about now. But it just goes to the point of what we've been saying, how they put things in the movies, and we think it just might be an idea or the content of the movie, when in actuality, it's real stuff.
Labubu. This is about a pattern, one that's been happening for decades. We have seen the occult creep into children's toys and games before. Take the Ouija board, a Hasbro board game marketed as fun for teens and sleepovers. But what is it really? A ritual tool used to contact spirits and demons, and millions of kids were encouraged to play with it like it was Monopoly. Or look at the 2000 hit card game Yu-Gi-Oh! It was colorful, competitive, and exciting, but few realized it was packed with occult symbolism and spiritual allegory. For example, the Millennium Puzzle, a prominent symbol in the game, which is literally the Eye of Horus, a powerful symbol.
I see that, the triangle with the eye in the middle. I got that.
From Egyptian occultism used for spiritual control and insight. In the show, it functions as a vessel for ancient spirits that possess the main character, giving him supernatural power. Cards are activated through rituals, summoning...
Amy said that's not my type of movie either. Movies talking about the exorcism and stuff like that. Adrian says that movie, The Reading, I refuse to watch it even though social media was hyping it up. I haven't seen it. Jenny says desensitization of the masses. That part. And that way it makes it easier to come into
characters speak in incantations and challenge each other to battles that mirror real-world spiritual warfare. They even have the Shadow Realm, where the souls of the losers are imprisoned. This is not just a fantasy. It's a thinly veiled reference to the astral plane, an esoteric concept found in Kabbalah, Gnosticism, and occult texts. What looks like a fun game was actually a mass-market introduction to ritual magic. Fast forward to today, and the same tactics are being used, except now, it's a plush toy. Labubu is marketed as quirky, collectible, protective, and harmless. But everything about it, from the demonic grin to the celebrity marketing, echoes the same blueprint, using the occult to create cultural obsession without ever revealing the truth. And guess who they use to kick it off? The people we're trained to admire, trust, and imitate. They flaunt the dolls, post them, smile with them, and just like that, millions of people do the same. Why? Because celebrities have always been used to sell spiritual deception. From music videos filled with occult symbols to hidden meanings in fashion and art, they're the perfect fronts. Labubu isn't trending by accident. It was strategically placed into the hands of influencers and stars to lower your guard, to make you want one, to convince you it's just a toy. But it's not just a toy. It's a spiritual totem, a familiar spirit wrapped in soft fur, designed to feed off your attention, your energy, and your ignorance. The devil doesn't always show up with horns. Sometimes he wears designer and sits in a TikTok shelf. And this is exactly how he moves in the modern world. Through trends, through media, through the things we hand our children. Labubu isn't just a plush. It's a ritual in disguise. A vessel created in the image of an ancient demon being paraded as cute by the very people used to influence us into embracing the dark. So ask yourself, why is this strange looking doll everywhere? Why are adults clinging to it like a sacred object? Why does it carry the exact same energy as demonic spirits that have tormented mankind for centuries? Because ancient evil doesn't die. It reinvents itself. Labubu is the newest disguise. And the saddest part, so many people have already let it into their homes. They've let it near their children. They've paid to bring it closer. They've welcomed it without question. We have to be spiritually vigilant. These dolls aren't just toys. They're a part of a larger plan to spiritually desensitize us, especially the next generation. Protect your home, protect your mind, and protect your children. Because the boo-boo might look harmless on the outside, but the spirit behind it is anything but. Well, I'm gonna end this one here.
All right, that's it. That is concluding Seg 4. So,
one here.
All right, that's it. That is concluding Seg 4. So, again, we have to be mindful, people. I really, look, my wife don't believe it either. She don't believe in spirits and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to push it on you. Really, look, my wife don't believe it either. She don't believe in spirits and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to push it on you guys. Believe what you want to believe. But I would be doing a disservice if I didn't spread this information to you all. Please be careful about what you bring into your house. Please be careful about whose hand you shake. Because that's a transfer of energy too. This is why I've said before, I pray for discernment for all of us, because I want us all to be able to know when there's an entity or energy that it's not right for our energy. You get me? And I'm not trying to scare. I don't want people to think I'm crazy or nothing like that. I'm not doing that. Like I said, if you don't believe it, that's fine. You don't. I'm not trying to push it on you, but I'm just trying to. I've had my experiences as far nothing bad, but like loved ones that's passed away. I've seen them. I've seen them. They've came back, right? Amy says you're not. Just be aware of your surroundings. That part. You got to be aware of your surroundings. You got to know that the energy is. You got to know. Look, I'm gonna say. Look, my kid's mother that passed away. I told you all. I've talked about her. I talk about her quite often. She couldn't shake the alcoholism. She couldn't shake that. Her mom was it. She was an alcoholic. But the thing about it was her mom was adopted. So my kid's mother didn't know that her biological family, all of them were alcoholics too. So, and now our daughter is one, like the one that I told you I have the issue with all the time, that she feels like I don't love her just because I'm a parent, not a friend. Yeah, she's doing the same thing, you know. And I try to tell her, look what it did to your mom. Please stop. But she was like, Dad, I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know, like it hurts me, but what can I do? But then anyways, I say all that because I was telling my kid's mother for years, please stop drinking. Jade, please stop drinking. Please stop. Quit. I even asked her, these are exact words. Do you love our daughter? Do you love me? And she's like, why you ask us a dumb question like that? Of course, I'm like, well, if you do, then why are you drinking? Because that's going to take you away from us. You're going to leave me here. And I have to pick up the pieces of our 5 kids that's going to be broken. Even the ones that, you know, you don't have a strong relationship or bond with. You're still their mother. It's going to affect them in some way, which it does. The twins, they are, you know, so I say that to get to this. So the other night, I finally dozed off. I had problems sleeping as this, but I finally dozed off. I was getting some sleep, but she came to me. And she said to me, crying. She's crying. Squeak is crying. I call her Squeak because of her voice. It was kind of high pitch, right? But or nasally, right? But in any event, she came to me. She was crying. But in any event, she came to me. She was crying, and she said, "I'm sorry." I'm going to make it up to you. I'll make it up to you. And I called my oldest daughter. She's not her mom, but she's like, they, spent a lot of time together. And I told her about it. I said, Squeak came to me last night. And she was crying. And all she said was, I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you. And so, if you know Squeak and I mean, we met, I was 17, she was 15. And up until, so that was in 94. So from 94 to 2023, good, bad, or indifferent, regardless of who we were with or anything like that, we was there for each other. We had, like I said, we got 5 kids together. So, not mention the ones that she miscarried or, so, like that. But, so, but the thing about it is, I was always wanting to protect her just as she protected me when she was on Earth. So, to see her crying, it hurt the fact that I couldn't protect her because I don't know what's on the other side. I don't know in the afterlife. But what I do know is she was crying. I know our dialogue. I know our relationship. I know how we are with each other, right? So to see her crying and then for her to say, I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you. I know what she meant. I know what it meant. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. I'm sorry I'm putting you and our babies through this. I know what she meant by that part. And I'll tell you something else. A couple days before she passed away, when I went up to the hospital and I'm feeding her, she meant by that part. And I'll tell you something else. A couple days before she passed away, when I went up to the hospital and I'm feeding her applesauce and, get juice and stuff for her to drink and stuff like that because she couldn't feed herself at this point. But she said, I should have stopped. And I said, don't even say it. Let's just focus on you fighting and getting better. I need you to get better. Please get better. Just focus on getting better. Just keep fighting. She said, okay. But I know what she was saying. I wish I would have stopped drinking. So when that happened the other night, when she came to me the other night, I knew what it was about. But here's what I'm saying. Even when my mother passed away, I'm going to say this and I'm going to let y'all go, I promise. Even when my mother passed away, we had just gotten the house that she always wanted, and she only got to spend mere hours in this house. Matter of fact, that same house is located directly down the street from my house right now. I can walk there right now. But the thing about it is, after she passed away, the way it was a split level. So it was a ranch style house, but you had a full house in the bottom and a full house up top, right? And I remember my aunt and her kids, they lived downstairs. So I went down there to hang out and I was coming up the stairs. Now I'm home by myself. Nobody's home. I'm home by myself. I came from downstairs and I'm going upstairs back to where we live, right? Same house, it's just a stairway. It's like you're going upstairs to your bedroom, just going upstairs to another house. So I'm walking up the stairs, and in the hallway, my mother's room was to the right, and then you take another right. But when I walked back upstairs, when I got in the hallway, the scent of my mother's perfume was, ominous. Now, I'm still in this drag, right? I just lost my mother, right? So I'm playing the video game. I'm playing the video game one day. And I'm like, yo, you know what? I need to clean this room up. I got to get out of this. I need to clean this room up. Because my mother, she always liked the house tidy. So I'm like, yo, I need to clean this room up. Never mind, I'm going to keep playing the game. Out of nowhere, people, the cup falls off the desk. I'm like, you know what? Pause the game. Got it, Mom. Going to clean up. But it's just things. And I already explained to you about my son. In the video games and in his little sister's toys playing. I've already told you all that story before. So, but listen, energy, spirits, entity, those are real things. Be careful. A lot of us have no clue when we go and purchase a house or move into a house or rent a house. We have no clue of the history that lies on the land that the house sits on, or some of the events that happen in the actual house. We don't know But let me let some of you know that some spirits, where they lost their lives at, is where their spirit continuously dwells. And for your sake, I pray that it's a good entity. But not a lot. Some people aren't that lucky. They don't get the good entity. Okay. The neighbors we have right now, Jesus and them, cool people, great people. And I asked my wife, I'm like, should I go over and talk to Jesus and let him know that, because before they moved there was it was an older couple. Excuse me. It was an older couple. And what they would do, they would take people who were struggling with addiction and stuff. They would bring them into the house and like a boarding house, just try to help them, get back on their feet and stuff like that. Well, in the event, one of them committed suicide committed unalivement. Committed unalivement in that house. And I don't know why, but I asked my wife, I'm like, should I go and tell Jesus about that? Because he's got 2 little kids, his wife and himself over there. They got 2 puppies. Like, should I go tell? Because I was like, no, they don't need to know that. Leave them alone. But see, the way I'm looking at it is, what if his kids start acting crazy? I go tell, because I was like, no, they don't need to know that. Leave them alone. But see, the way I'm looking at it is, what if his kids start acting crazy? I don't want to say crazy, but acting different. His son, his daughter, either one, or some things may be occurring in the house that's unexplainable. They don't know what happened. That they might need to know this. You see what I'm saying? Jenny says, I saw the butler in the bedroom. In the bathroom. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's because some people don't have that ability because they don't want to have it. They fear it. Or if, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But yeah, it's like, okay, all right, we're gonna stop right there. We're gonna stop. Okay. Okay, we're gonna stop because they're giving me a warning now. So we're gonna wrap up the show, okay? All right, just be careful, people. Just be mindful. Just be mindful. That's all I'm saying. I just don't want nothing to happen to you and yours. That's all. That's all. Let's see. This platform is a trip. We weren't even talking about that. I mean, it might have been because I accidentally said that S word. Maybe that may be it. I don't know. But any of do is just close out the show, okay? I'm trying to get the Jesus, TT is on some BS. It really is. It really is. I thought I caught myself in saying that, but I guess, Amy, good question. Amy says, so what is the channel going to do come September? I don't know. Maybe that's something we should talk about. We should talk about tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow we're going to do the network and build show. Don't forget that, people. So we'll probably talk about that tomorrow. Maybe at the end of tomorrow's show. Amy, great question. Great question. Uh, and thank you, Amber, for sending me a video about that. I'm not going to be on here. I don't, because I think it's unfair what they're trying to do to this platform in September. You know, Daybreak says Zoom is fun also. Yeah. Well, I'm thinking we may have to look into that Patreon. We may have to take that, might have to look at that more seriously. And I don't know if I want to do, because I wish I could figure out YouTube, but I am struggling. I can't figure it out to get it set up. If I can get somebody that knows how to do it and can walk me through it, then I probably will. But it's looking like Patreon gonna be the move, or Rumble, I heard Rumble is good too. So one of those two, for sure. One of those two for sure. All right. Let's see. Did I mute that? I may have. Not working.
by.
Oh, yeah, that does work. Okay, so then why? Sorry about that. But we are going to start it over anyways because we're about to close out. So we'll do that. But look, yeah, we'll figure it out what we're going to do. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I know Rumble is good. And Patreon.
The silence,
so I want to try those.
the sugar-coated lies.
Try one of those.
Another headline screaming.
But don't forget, also tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday, the 15th. And go and subscribe on YouTube. Go and subscribe to Tayaretta Vision Films and get ready to watch episode 2. Episode 2 and episode 3 of Dope Girls. Now listen, you still got time to go on there and watch episode 1. So you'll know what's going on in episode 2 and 3. Amy says, we have homework. Fam, let's help G Smooth 404. Yeah, let's do it. Let's come together and figure out what we're going to move to. Because it is coming. September. So, go and check that out. If you miss any past episodes, you can also go and subscribe to my channel on YouTube, G Smooth 404. Alright, you can catch past episodes of hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. Also, on this platform or on YouTube, you can also go and subscribe and follow. If you're on here, follow hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag Truth Podcast. Not hashtag, the actual word, hashtag Truth Podcast, okay? He, like I said, he highlights current and former independent pro wrestlers, just chronicle our careers and stuff like that. You can go on there and you can see my interview on there where we talk about some things that happened throughout my career as well. And again, we want to keep our buddy Scott in our prayers and hope that he gets better. I'm not going to say much on it because I see we got the warning sign, but please, people, please be careful about who you encounter, who you let into your cipher, who you allow to control your energy. Please, be careful. Be mindful. It's free to love, but some people aren't there to love you back, right? I just want you all to understand that I love you all. I love you all. Yes, Jenny posted the Cash App if you'd like to make donations. So, G Smooth 404 at the end. So it's G Smooth 404, and I appreciate it. You don't have to. We're not asking this. If you feel like if it's on your heart, appreciate it. Have to. We're not asking this. If you feel like if it's on your heart, appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. So tomorrow we are doing the Network and Build show. Be mindful of some small businesses, or if you have one, be mindful that you want to share that with us. You can come up and then, like I said, what we're going to do, I'm gonna pause so y'all can hear, so you all can hear. We're going to bring up the panel, and you can talk about the business that you have, or you know somebody that has. And let's just try to help everybody. Get up on their feet and stuff like that, and just support and love, man. It's free. It's free, man. It's free. So, before we leave, thank you to all my gifters. I'm gonna give it up to you all. Thank you to my moderators, the hardest working moderators on this platform. Second to none. Thank you all. And last and definitely not least, to none. Thank you all. And last and definitely not least, all of you who took the time to join in and rock with us this whole time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, well, it's time for your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter to go and make some lunch for Rudy and myself. But this has been your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter reporting from the newsroom, and the self-proclaimed best host on TikTok, All right, not being conceited. I'm making a joke. All right, I'm saying that jokingly. All right, but signing off from the newsroom. I love you all. Peace and blessings.